question is, are the Ravens getting their money's worth on Lamar Jackson?
No.
The answer is no. The
No.
answer is no. And here's the reason why.
Yep, we're doing this again.
Like Superman running out of the locker room. Jackson, first down, touchdown. And here comes Lamar Jackson.
Not bad for a running back.
Week 1 this season, Patrick Mahomes was without his favorite target, Travis Kelce, who got hurt in practice. So he had to rely on his other receivers to step up and make plays. Kadarius Toney that game had multiple drops, one that actually led to a pick six. They dissected him the next morning. Not one bad word was said about Patrick Mahomes. You know, I gotta say, I am very, very impressed that so-called professionals can sit on national television and spew nothing but garbage and say it with a straight face. I gotta say, it's amazing to me. If you look up in the dictionary what double standard is, these guys would pop up, their face be right next to the word, and everything that they're doing right now would be the prime example of it. Every option and every target Lamar Jackson had this past Sunday dropped the ball. They dropped touchdowns, first downs. They drop everything, but this is somehow Lamar's fault. We're having a discussion. Are the Ravens getting their money's worth from Lamar Jackson after a performance like that from the wide receiver group? Are you kidding me? Why isn't the discussion, are the Ravens getting their money's worth from these top-tier wide receivers these guys are supposed to be, with all of them being first-round picks at one point in time? That's what I would want to cover. That's what I would want to talk about. Why aren't these wide receivers who were drafted in the first round balling out right now? I'd be sitting up there bringing up points like, yeah, you going to spend time on Twitter or you going to get on those jugs machines and actually get to work? And as far as I'm concerned, the only guy that gets a pass is Zay Flowers, because up until Sunday, that boy was balling out. He was catching everything. Even during that game, he had a couple of missed catches, but he was still making plays and making great catches. So I give him a pass. He's a rookie, and he's doing all of this. He's showing signs of the future. I'm excited for his future, but everybody else, y'all been here long enough, and y'all know better than that. You are wide receivers. I like how they always give this excuse, well, this is how this guy always played. We're not expecting no, like, nah, dude. They get paid millions of dollars just like these quarterbacks get paid millions of dollars. Y'all want to harp on the Ravens paying Lamar Jackson all that money and y'all not liking what he's putting out there? Well, the wide receiver's job is to catch the ball, right? Everybody want to rip on the punters and kickers anytime they miss a kick. Ain't the job for the wide receivers to catch the ball? Yeah, they got to do other stuff, but you know what? When the kicker kicks off the ball and that returner is coming down, ain't y'all expecting him to try to tackle him? Yeah, there may be more stuff with the wide receivers, but guess what? The core, the bottom line, you got to have hands. And apparently all of them left their hands at home on Sunday.
We've seen quarterbacks. We see Brady. We see some of these other quarterbacks play horrible with interceptions, with drops. And when they need to make a play, they make a play.
How's a quarterback supposed to make a play if his receivers keep dropping the ball? How is he supposed to affect the game if everybody he's throwing the ball have brick hands? How is he supposed to do any of that? You keep bringing up Tom Brady and acting like he did it all by himself. You know what? Tom Brady had Rob Gronkowski. Tom Brady had Julian Edelman. Tom Brady had Randy Moss. And you want to know what those guys did? They used their hands and they caught the ball. Last time I checked, quarterback can't throw the ball and catch it at the same time. He has to have somebody on the other end to catch it. Lamar's not throwing ducks. He's not throwing behind them. He's not throwing too far in front of them. He's throwing it in their hands. He's guiding them to the ball. They getting there and they dropping it. So how the hell is he supposed to make a play if the play's not completed by his target? Yeah, all y'all got the answers, but it's never the right one. And this guy here, I'm not playing any more clips with him talking, because anytime I hear his voice, it hurts my soul. He's saying the Ravens aren't getting their money's worth because Lamar Jackson leads the league in fumbling. Now, Lamar has had some mishaps in that department, but majority of the reason is because he's getting ready to throw and the D lineman is smacking his arm because his offensive lineman didn't do its job. Now, if the argument was interceptions, then I could see him having a case, but it's not. Lamar doesn't lead the league in interceptions. That's Jimmy Garoppolo with 7. So in the weeks to come and the games to come, it is not Lamar Jackson that must prove himself. It is the wide receiver room. It is those men who are in a tough spot and must now prove themselves. It ain't Action Jackson. He's done enough to prove that he's real about what he does, and he's proven that he is an elite quarterback. Extending his contract is one of the best investments the Ravens have made in a long time. And bringing in playmakers to be around him on the offensive side of the ball will pay off in the future. You got guys like Mark Andrews and Zay Flowers and OBJ that will contribute in getting him to the next level. And while we're talking about playmakers, I do want to prove this point and make this point, that the Ravens left a stud off of the game in Pittsburgh this past Sunday. And there's no excuse for that. Keaton Mitchell is one of the best running backs they have on the squad. He proved that in preseason. So I'm trying to understand why he's not on the field, but you bring Kenyon Drake back up from the practice squad. The guy was cleared from the IR. He had been out for 4 weeks. He's ready to go. Put him out there, see what he can do, and if he's real, then you got another weapon for Lamar. But if he's not, then send him back to the practice squad. Let somebody else pick him up. No harm, no foul. But we can't afford to not have him on the field. We already lost JK for the season. It'd be great if he got back by the postseason, but we'll see if that happens. But right now, Kenyon Mitchell needs to be on the field. He needs to be on the field with Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers, OBJ, all those boys. He needs to be on there for somebody else for the defense to worry about. The more weapons and threats you got, the more panic the defense becomes. And that makes Lamar Jackson even more dangerous. Because if you worry about those guys and leave an inch of daylight for Lamar, game over. The Ravens will bounce back, Lamar will bounce back, everybody will be on the same page, and we will not have this issue again. But I just think it's hilarious that every single time that there's a problem and it involves the Baltimore Ravens, the first thing that the media wants to do is blame Lamar Jackson. You know, instead of being grown-ups and just admitting that they were wrong about him in the first place. But I got bad news for them. Lamar Jackson has weapons. They're going to get their stuff together. And he's got a pretty damn good defense on the other side of the ball. It's getting more dangerous. The Ravens are getting dangerous. But y'all keep on hating. That's what you do best. Thank you for watching this video. By all means, like, share, and leave a comment. And if you want to see more content, go ahead and push the subscribe and notification button for videos already up and for the ones to come.